What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Across the Board, Episode 3, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. It is your host, Alpha Dog, here with my co-host, Line Movers, JD. And guys, I have to start the show in only one way. If you've watched the first two episodes of this show, one of your hosts has not missed a bet. He's won every single best bet. He's been absolutely on fire. And unfortunately, I'm not the one who's been doing that. It's been Mr. Line Movers, JD. You've been on an absolute killer run, cashing all your best bets. The people have to be ready for yours today, and I'm excited to bring them another great show. We have 5 games, like always, that we're breaking down today. JD, how are you today?
Great, man. As far as the best bets, they've been going extremely well. As far as the leans, they've also been going well for us. So yeah, man, everything's good.
Hell yeah. Guys, I say this every show now. If you're not following Line Movers on Twitter, you have to. Or is it X now? Can I still call it Twitter? I don't know. Go follow Line Movers. He's giving you winners you do not want to miss out. But JD, we have an amazing 5-game slate. You ready to dive in?
Yep.
Let's do it. I know this is a big one for you. I will kick it off. We have the Marlins taking on the Phillies. They're traveling to Philadelphia. Marlins 29-52. Not a great road team. They're 13-25 on the road. Phillies 53-28. Best team in baseball right now with a 31-13 home record. Phillies have been unbelievable. JD, I know this is a big one for you. We have Kyle Tyler on the mound for Miami. He's 0-0 with a 4.5 ERA. On the other side, Phillies are pitching Christopher Sanchez, 5-3, 2.6 ERA. Sanchez has been good this year. What you got for the people?
We'll start off with the Phillies for us. This actual season have been very good to us. As far as the best bets so far this season, they have been very good to us. So tonight we're going to be going back to them. For me, what this really comes down to is as far as the Marlins go, the guy that they are throwing, he was recently called up. He was recently called up. He's been going up and down now for a while.
Yeah.
He's actually 27. So to be in this position, that's actually really old.
Yes.
So that kind of tells you everything there. The Phillies lineup tonight, it might be a little thin. We might be missing a couple guys, but still with that and with this price, I actually really like them.
What's the official play you like on this game? You like the money line? I know that's a little juicy. Are you taking the run line? What are you thinking?
We are going to go on the run line.
I like that. A good fact about that, JD, I was pulling this up. On the season, against the run line betting, Miami is the worst team in baseball. They are 35-46, so they are losing a lot of run line games. So targeting this spot for Philadelphia makes all the sense for me. I'm on the exact same wavelength as you are. I'm taking the money line in a parlay. I will give the second leg when we get to our best bets. But back to the minus 1.5 line on Philadelphia. They're 44-37 on the run line this year, top 10 in baseball. All the metrics are adding up, so I could absolutely see why you love it, and I am on the Phillies as well. So I definitely agree. Let's get a big night from Philly. Let's move on to our second game that we're covering on the slate. We have the Rangers taking on the Orioles. Mad Max Scherzer is back. This will be his second start of the year. He is 1-0 on the year. He has yet to give up a run, 0 ERA, a 0.2 whip, which is unheard of in only 5 innings. He only had 4 Ks, but he only allowed 1 hit and had 0 walks, so he did look good in his first start back. The Rangers here are the road team. They're coming in 17-25. Baltimore, 51-30 on the year, but they're 27-16 at home. They've been very good at home. They're pitching Albert Suarez, who's 3-2 with a sub-3 ERA, 2.7 ERA, 1.33 whip. He's been good as well. JD, I'll let you kick this one off as well. What do you like in the Rangers-Orioles tonight?
Yep. So really, as far as actually Mad Max goes, everybody's going to see that actually he had a good first start back, and I think that they're going to run to actually back him here. If you really look at that start, that was versus the Royals, and at that point in time, their offense was they were just not good. So for me, that is not saying much. If you look back at his actual rehab starts, he actually was getting hit. So I'm going to go more off of those starts, and actually not his actual last start. because this O's, as far as the actual lineup goes, they are very good.
Oh yeah.
And I think that they're going to get to him. But then I think the Rangers are actually going to be able to. I do think the Rangers are actually going to be able to get some runs also. So as far as the over 8.5, I actually really like that here. The model has this at actually almost 10 runs.
Ooh.
So yeah, showing a lot of value there.
Heck, a lot of variance there too. Full run and a half, and your model's been on point. If people have been watching this show, when JD brings up the model, those plays have all been cashing, especially with a 1.5 variance. I may have to tell you on that when it comes down to it. I absolutely love that over there. For me, I definitely think that this game is going to be an Orioles play. I see it the same way you do in regards to Mad Max. I do think we do see a little bit regression in his second start here. The guy's getting older in age. He's 39. It's dead heat in the summer. And like you said, he was not great in the minors. Albert Suarez at home, the pitcher for the Orioles, has been lights out. He's 1-0, but he only has a 1.8 ERA. He's pitching significantly better at home. I do think this Orioles offense will get to Mad Max pretty early here, similar to you. So let's see this one go over, and also let's see the Orioles get the win here, because that's definitely the play that I am on. And currently, the odds you can get on that over on the money line are minus 125 for the Orioles. So that's going to be my official play. And JD, your official play is going to be the over 8.5 on this game. I shouldn't say official play until you hear it. In best bets, it is not an official play, but his pick on this game is the over. My pick on this game is the Orioles. Let's keep it moving. Unfortunately, we have to talk about this game. We have to talk about this team, because this team has been the worst team in baseball as of late. The Yankees. Every single night, it seems like we look up in the second inning and the Yankees are down at least 6 runs right now. The starters are not getting it done. Simply put, Garrett Cole came back. He got rocked by the Mets. Last night, Carlos Rodon steps in there, gives 8 runs up in the first inning and a third. This team's starting pitching has been atrocious. The Yankees are pitching Marcus Stroman today. Hopefully he get them back on the right track, considering the Yankees have lost 4 of their last 5 games. We will have to see about that. But on the other end, you say, he say, she say, Kikuchi. He's been unbelievable this year for the Toronto Blue Jays. He is a 4-7 record, but he has been good. He only has a 4 ERA. He's a guy that I faded a lot early in the year, and it bit me in the you-know-what. He really made me pay for some of those, because his team gets the win a lot of times when he does start. And he's got a lot of no decisions. So late in the games, the bullpens have done a good job, and they have been able to get the win here. I'm going to start this one off because it is the Yankees. We know that I'm the Yankees correspondent on this show. I'm taking the over 8.5 here at plus 100. The Yankees pitching has been so atrocious that I don't think that's going to stop in this series. I thought it was going to stop in the Mets series. It did not. It carried over from the Braves series, and it's been so long now that I'm going to keep playing the over until I'm told differently. We saw the over cash very easily last night. I think we see a very similar type of game here. JD, anything from you in this Jays-Yankees AL East showdown?
After listening to you and looking at my numbers here, the over actually does make a lot of sense. I'm not sure that I'm going to get there, but it definitely makes a lot of sense. Really, as far as what my numbers show me, I have the Yankees priced here at minus 162. So the model is like Yankees. It's like it's actually telling me to actually like bet them big. But as you know, the way they're playing right now, I just can't. So if I had to play it, that is definitely how I would, but I'm not.
I like it. When you look at the Blue Jays' last 5 games, let me give you a total of runs. Last game, 11 runs in the game. Game previous, 13 runs in the game. Previous game, 13 runs in the game. Previous game, 11 runs in the game. Previous game, 9 runs in the game. All 5 of their last 5 would go over tonight's total. On the Yankees side, last game, 11 runs. Game before that, 14 runs. Game before that, 16 runs. So the math to me is a pretty simple one here. Both teams are putting up runs. Both teams are getting runs and giving up runs. We should see a high-scoring game here. JD, hold on, got the airbud falling out. Great catch there. If anyone sees that, that was a good catch. Let's keep this moving, guys. We have the Astros taking on the hottest team in baseball, the New York Mets. But as we spoke about before the show, it's not just the Mets that are hot right now. Look at the Astros. They haven't lost either. They came in after sweeping the Orioles. Now they played the Rockies for 2 games, and they swept that one too. So Both teams are super hot here. I know that you have a play on this game. What do you think?
Yeah, just like you were saying, you actually have both teams coming in hot. One of the things that I've been really looking at is the Mets, how they have been hot. I actually think that they are going to actually cool off. And the way the Astros have been hot, I actually think they can kind of stay there. So that's big. But then as far as actually Blanco goes, I actually really like him. This game is what? It's basically at a coin flip price now.
It is.
Getting him and actually the Astros team at actually this price, I think that has to be a play for actually me. I will say, as far as the model goes, it has it priced actually like right on here. So it's not really showing much. So I kind of have to go against it some. And I actually just have to play him here.
I respect that. I mean, you take a look at the pitching matchup here. Blanco, as you said, Ronel Blanco is 8-2 on the year with a 2.3 ERA and a sub-1 WHIP. He has a 0.97 WHIP, which is fantastic. They're winning when he's on the bump. 8-2, 80% win rate with Blanco. That's pretty good. On the other side, we have Jose Quintana. Quintana is still Jose Quintana, that the same pitcher he's been the last, it feels like 40 years in baseball. He's 3-5 with a 4.6 ERA with a 1.3 WHIP. He does give up runs, but this team has hit for him. I do think it is going to be a little difficult. Hitting off the Astros, off Blanco, it's not going to be the normal kind of output that you expect. But I do agree with you there. I think the Astros are a must play. It's an evenly matched game. Both teams are coming in with minus 110 odds, essentially. Both teams are coming in with the same record, essentially. The Astros are 40-40, while the Mets are 39-39. Both teams exactly 500. I do think the pitching matchup is a huge advantage to the Astros here. Like you said, the pitcher for the Astros, Blanco, has half the ERA as Quintana. Simple as that. Quintana has a 4.6. Blanco has a 2.3. Exactly half. And I expect the season-long numbers to play out here. Give me the Astros. I see it the exact same way you do. And actually, it's a slight discount. Get a minus 108 right now, as the Mets are minus 112. So a little 4-cent variance there. It's essentially the same thing. But I do love the Astros on here. I see it the exact same way you do. But we are flying by on this Friday MLB slate. Mr. JD, let's keep it moving to our last game of the breakdown. We got the Cubbies. We got the Brewers. Cubs coming into this game 38-44. They've not been great on the road, 16-26. On the other end, the Brewers, they've impressed me this year, been much better than I anticipated. They're 48-33. But at home, they're 25-12. They have been lights out at home. Looking at the pitching matchup here, the Cubbies are going with Jameson Taillon. Taillon's 4-3 with a sub-3 ERA. He's having a very good year, 2.9 ERA. On the other end, Colin Ray, 6-2. Doesn't have as great of an ERA with a 3.6, but his team is hitting and getting wins when he is on the bump. JD, you've heard the pitching matchups. You know the teams. What do you like in the spot?
I will say both of these teams I really don't like. I really don't like to bet on actually either team. But as far as what the model says, and from everything that I'm seeing, this game says over. You can get that at actually 8.5 currently. Model has this at 9.8. So that's another one where we have a large difference there.
Another variance on the model.
Yep. If you look at both of their projected lineups tonight against the other team, they actually both profile very well. So you have to look at that. And then the Cubs bullpen has just been bad. I mean, very bad. They've been giving up a lot of runs late. So yeah, I actually just think this number's wrong.
I agree with you. I do think this number is a little off for the total. When you look at the recent performances of these two teams, the Cubbies are 1-4 in their last 5. The Brewers are 4-1 in their last 5. So we're talking about two teams that are coming in a little bit different trajectory in the season right now. Brewers are staying hot. They've been getting the job done, and they've beaten good teams. They're coming in off of winning 3 straight versus the Texas Rangers. We all know how the Rangers did last year, and they beat the Padres the series before. The Cubs, on the other hand, got smacked by the Mets, and they got smacked by the Giants, so not great series to come in for them. I love the Brewers in this spot. Colin Ray, to me, is a much better pitcher, and the Brewers are hitting better for Ray than what the Cubs are hitting for Tyone. Colin Ray, like we said earlier, is 6-2. He has a 3.6 ERA, but he's 6-2. Which shows that the Brewers are hitting for him. That also backs JD's bet of the over. You're seeing that he's giving up runs, but they're doing enough to get more runs so that the team wins. So that's good for the over as well. I think Tyone is going to get hit a little hard. There are a lot of lefties in that Brewers lineup, and I'm all over the Brewers, guys. You get that at minus 135 right now. And that's definitely my play on this game. And it may be an official play. You guys will find out in a minute. We don't know yet, but JD, it is that time. We're ready to give the people our MLB best bets. As soon as this awesome little graphic goes, we'll let you kick it off because you've been the king of the best bets. The guy hasn't missed. If you're watching, tune in right now. JD's been delivering. JD, what you got?
All right. Well, start off with, we're going to go with a play that we've given out every time so far. And that's, we're going to go with the Phillies, and we're going to take them on the run line. So you can get that right now at minus 108. Yeah, we're definitely going to go with that one.
I like it.
Then my other play, like we talked about, I wasn't really sure what I'm going to give out. After we talk these games out, though, and looking at some current odds, you can get the Astros right now at actually minus 101.
Oh, wow.
Yes, the line is starting to move towards the Mets at actually some books. I do not agree with that. So at actually minus 101, we are actually going to roll with them.
I like it. I think both of those cash. I'm definitely going to be on those plays in some kind of way. I'll explain that here. With the Phillies, as I said earlier, I am going to be taking the Phillies on the money line as the first leg of the parlay. The second leg of the parlay, we are throwing in there the Atlanta Braves tonight with Charlie Morton on the bump. They are taking on the Pirates, and I do think that both teams should win rather easily. So it's the Phillies and the Braves, both on the money line. Parlay comes out to plus 120. That's going to be my first best bet. My second and final best bet, guys, is going to be the Brewers on the money line at minus 135. We just reviewed that game, so if you're here watching, you know exactly why the Brewers should be able to get this done. Mr. JD, it's been another phenomenal week for us. That's going to wrap it up for this week's shows. We will be back next week to provide 3 awesome shows for you guys. I believe next week is our last week that we're going to be recording. We should be live for you guys very soon, so we're super excited to bring you guys a live show. We'll have you guys in here asking questions. We'll be answering those questions. It's going to be amazing. I hope everyone has a great weekend out there. JD, say goodbye to the people.
See ya.
See ya, people. It's the weekend. Everyone stay safe. Have a great time, and let's cash some bets. Peace.